my loves, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. And don't forget to press that notification bell so you can get weekly updates on all of my delicious recipes. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Let everybody know that Miss Jackie's cooking. My loves, we're going to make some good old cheesecake, baby. Yes, indeed. I'm going to show you how I make some good cheesecake. But before anything, guys, I just want to let y'all, I made it to 300 subscribers. I'm so excited. Thank you for all your support. Yes, thank you. I want to say thank you. Muchas gracias. Merci for your support and all that good stuff. Okay, so guys, I have some good old cream cheese here. Some sugar. We have eggs. Everything here is at room temperature, guys. It's very important. And I'll let you know. Some flour, graham crackers. We have some melted butter. We have some salt. We need that salt so it can balance out the flavor, the sweetness. We got some flavor. I got some almond extract here. You could use vanilla if you want. You know, but I like the almond. That's what I had in my cupboard anyway. And we have some sour cream, okay? So we're going to put this bad boy together. It's delicious. It's creamy. And I know you're going to like it, all right? All right, my love. So we're going to start breaking up our graham crackers. You could put the graham crackers in a bag or like a Ziploc bag, and you could take like a rolling pin, or if you don't have a rolling pin, like, I don't know, like a jar or something, crush them like that, or you could do it with your hands. Okay, so I just want to let y'all know, but I'm going to do it with my little chopper here because I ain't doing all of that other stuff, so I'm going to do it like this, okay? And my loves, the ingredients are in the description box below, okay? So we're going to grind up our graham crackers here, okay? So we can get it prepared for our pan. Also, my loves, I want to let you know that when you're making cheesecake, make sure that your cream cheese, first of all, use whole fat cream cheese. All that diet tofu, I ain't doing all that. I want real 100% whole fat, real milk cream cheese. Make sure that it's at room temperature, and the reason for that is because when you're mixing it, you don't want to have lumps in your cream cheese batter. Okay, so that's the reason why I make sure that it's at room temperature. So right now we're just grinding up our graham crackers here. Okay, so I'm going to add a little sugar. You really don't need to add sugar in the graham crackers. I'm just adding a little tidbit in it, you know, for sweetness, okay? But you don't have to. Okay, I'm just mixing that in so I can mix it with the rest of the graham crackers in the bowl. Okay.
Why don't you have a model for me?
All these ingredients, my loves, my measurements are in that description box, okay, below, so don't worry about it. Okay, so we're adding all this. As you can see, you see how well grounded it is? Okay, so now we're going to add our melted butter. And this melted butter, we're going to mix everything together until it resembles like wet sand. Okay? And we're going to mix that bad boy together.
Yeah, baby.
Right, we just want to mix it, guys, until, and you know what? If you don't want to use graham crackers, you could use cookies. You could use Oreo cookies. You could use the vanilla cookies with the cream inside. You could use anything you want. You could use plain cookies. You could use shortbread cookies and grind them up like this too to make the crust. I have done it. You could use gingerbread. It's really good. It's your preference, okay? And you add the same amount of butter and you're good to go. All right, so I'm adding this to this 8-inch pan, but really, my loves, I didn't have a good springform pan. My springform pan, when I found it, it was rusted. So for this recipe, I would suggest that you use a 9-inch springform pan, but I have used a regular cake pan like this before to make cheesecake, and I'll show you how to get it out without no headache. So now we're going to take a glass, and I'm going to press the graham cracker crumbs into the pan, okay? So you're gonna press the graham crackers into the oh, come on, Jackie. Oh boy, I tell you. You're gonna press it with the glass, and you don't have to have the graham crackers come up all the way up to the sides. I think I was just being. You can, but you don't have to. Sometimes I usually do it with just the graham crackers on the bottom. So it's up to you, and this is how it looks. Now you could put this and bake it in a 350-degree oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, but I just stick it in the freezer until I'm ready to use it. I don't do all that. So now we just beaten our cream cheese, guys, which is at room temperature, with our sugar that I had already added. And always make sure with this, guys, to stop and scrape your bowl, because you want to make sure that everything is well incorporated. You want to make sure that the cream cheese is being beaten until nice and smooth, okay? And we're going to do this on a medium-low speed. The reason why I'm not doing it on an extremely high speed is because you don't want to incorporate so much air in this, because you don't want your cheesecake to crack. Not that it makes a difference. I've had cheesecakes crack up on me, but I realized that if I beat too much air into it, especially on a high speed, what happens is that I'm incorporating so much air into it, so then all that air is going to start building up in the cheesecake batter in the oven, and they'll create a crack. And there's other factors that could cause cracking too, either the temperature in the oven. So I'm going to show you how to do a cheesecake that doesn't crack, okay? So I'm beating my sugar and my cream cheese together, all right? Now we're going to add our eggs one at a time on medium-low heat. Medium-low speed. Okay, and my loves, we are going to place this. We're going to put this in a preheated 400-degree oven, okay, for the first 20 minutes. Then we're going to bring the temperature down to 300 degrees for another hour, okay, and let it bake that way. But I'm going to let y'all see all that when we cross that bridge, okay? So we're just adding our eggs one at a time, and we're always stopping to scrape down our bowl, okay? I know you're gonna love this if you're a cheesecake fanatic like I am. I was telling my husband I want some cheesecake. Sometimes you just want a good old cheesecake. This recipe is nice and creamy. I like my cheesecake nice and cold, and it's still creamy at the same time. So now we're adding our flour, but as you can see, I'm sprinkling the flour in there, and the flour is going to help bind and help keep everything together, keep the structure of the cheesecake, okay? So we just sprinkle it in there so we won't have no lumps. A little bit at a time, just sprinkle it in there. Okay, and cheesecake is pretty much forgiving. Again, I've had cheesecakes crack on me, and if you ever have that happen to you, get a topping and put it on it if you're going to serve it to somebody, and boom, there you go. You know, it happens, you know, but as you start making them more, you'll learn what causes the cracking and so forth. But don't be intimidated to make cheesecake. It really, you know, it's something that's is really forgiving, believe it or not. It's a really forgiving dessert. Okay, so now I'm adding my almond flavoring. You could add almond, you want to add lemon, you could add vanilla to it. I know some people, they like to add grate lemons into. I ain't doing all that. I don't like all that. Grating lemon into it and adding lemon juice. I ain't doing all that. You could do you though. You know, I'm just giving you the basics here. So right now we're gonna add some sour cream. Okay, and with the graham crackers, like I said, if you want to pre-bake it for at least 8 to 10 minutes on a 350-degree oven, you can. I don't usually do that. What I do after I finish forming it in the pan, I'll stick it in the freezer until I'm ready to use it again. Okay, so I don't do all that, but you can do it that way as well. But just make sure that, you know, you let it cool after you take it out of the oven. Okay, before putting in your batter. So we're just scraping our bowl down again. Okay, and the amount of sugar, guys, that I put in, if you want, you could add at least, I would say at least a quarter cup to a half a cup less sugar if you want. But, you know, it depends on how tangy you want it, because, you know, cream cheese is tangy. So you don't want to make it taste like a block of cream cheese. You want it to taste like a dessert. So, you know. But anyway, we are now going to take our batter and we're going to pour it into our prepared pan. And my loves, before anything, when you're using the springform pan, take some aluminum foil, put the pan on the aluminum foil, because we're going to put this in a water bath. Okay, so just put some aluminum foil, wrap some aluminum foil under it and around it. Okay, because once we put it in the water bath, or bain marie, or the water bath, you don't want the water to seep into the cake. You don't want it to seep into the crevices, and it's going to start soaking up your crust. Okay, so make sure you put that. But because I didn't want to use that because it was rusted, I wasn't trying to do that. I'm going to show you, if you don't have a springform pan, you could use this too, and I'll show you how to take it out. It's really simple. And usually when I make cheesecakes now, I use these a lot anyway, because I like the height. I like to see height in my cheesecakes. So guys, we're just smoothing out the top. We're going to put this in a 400-degree oven. Okay, but first we're going to put it in a water bath, and that water bath is also good for keeping it nice and smooth, where it'll help prevent it from cracking as well. Okay, so we're going to take that, we're going to put in a 400-degree preheated oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Then we're going to turn down the temperature to 300 degrees for another hour. Okay, until when you see the center of it is a little wobbly, still going to be a little wobbly, but it's going to be set on the outer parts. Okay, and then I'm going to show you what else you're going to do here. You're not going to take it exactly out of the oven once it's done. Once it's done, okay, what you're going to do is you're slightly going to crack your oven. Okay, but you'll see that when the cheesecake is done, it's going to be a little wobbly in the center. Okay, so we're going to slightly crack our oven like this. Leave it like that for at least an hour and walk away. Leave the door crack just like this for an hour and walk away. Okay, and then after that, when you come back, you're going to take your cheesecake out of the pan and you're going to let it cool down at room temperature for at least a couple of hours. Okay, and then after that, we're going to put it in the refrigerator, preferably for overnight, at least a minimum of 6 hours, so it could set, because if you cut right into this right now, you're going to have a mess. Okay, so you're going to let it cool, preferably overnight. Okay, and the next day, then you could get ready to take it out and so forth. It'll be set. Okay, but you don't want to do that now. because again, you want to let it cool down at room temperature. Then after that, we're going to put it in the refrigerator till the next day. Okay, so this is the next day, guys. I'm going to show you what you're going to do. You're going to take some hot water, okay, and you're going to put the cheesecake pan in. Now, you don't have to do this with a springform pan. All you're going to do here, guys, what I had done earlier, I just took a knife and I ran it around the edges, and I dipped the pan in the hot water so it could release the cheesecake from the sides, and it should come out easily. Okay, just like that. Take your time. Because of the heat, it slightly melted the sides just a little bit, so it could make it easier for it to slip out. Okay, and it's starting to come out, and we're going to flip it after it comes out, so it could be on the bottom part facing down. That's what we want. And there you go. A little bit came out. That's the first time that's happened to me, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. But this is our beautiful cheesecake. As you can see, you know, some of it came off, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's really not. It's like I said, cheesecake is forgiving. So now I got some cherry topping. If you choose, you could add any topping of your choice, or if you don't want no topping, you don't have to do it. I'm just going to add my fruit topping here with some with a nice cherry topping. Okay, you don't have to add the topping. You could serve it on the side with some fresh fruit. That's even good, you know. You could drizzle some chocolate on it. What else? Oh my God, some caramel. Whatever you want to do. But I just know I wanted some cheesecake, and baby, a girl's going in. Okay, you hear me? Because after this here, I ain't going to be able to eat like this, because I got to get the figure back. You know, I got to get it together. All right, so I'm enjoying a little bit of my life now, because after this year, I got to get it together. Okay, so baby, here's our beautiful cheesecake. Look at that. Our delicious, beautiful cheesecake. Okay, look at that. I love to see height in cheesecake. That's my favorite. I love a nice, tall cheesecake. That's beautiful to me. Look at that. You could add blueberry, lemon, I don't know, pineapple, whatever you want. But this is just a recipe I'm sharing with you. Okay, so you could play with it. Okay, so now guys, I took a nice knife that's been dipped in hot water. Okay, and you know, dipped in hot water so it can help me have nice, easy slices. Okay, it will help you have nice, easy slices. You know, those nice slices. Usually the first slice is usually very, you know, not the cute slice, but if you're gonna cut cheesecake, make sure you dip it or run it under some hot water, and it'll help create nice slices for your cheesecake. My husband was right behind me. He was ready to dive in. So, okay. And here is this beautiful first piece of cheesecake, baby. OMG. OMG. You know, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. Look at the beautiful texture. It's nice and creamy, and oh my God, this is the life. This is the life. And my husband was looking at me, so I'm like, you know what, man, just take this here. Because he was all up in my face, you know, with those sad puppy eyes. But look at this beautiful cheesecakes, my love. Look at that. I love this kind of shot when you have the fruit running down the sides in the middle of the cheesecake. I just love that scene. So good and so creamy. Nice, beautiful, creamy texture. Look at that. Okay, so now this is my piece here, guys, and I'm giving y'all that first bite because I love y'all, especially for the way y'all been supporting me. Thank y'all so much. This cheesecake is dedicated to all of you that are supporting me and everybody else who's coming on board to support me. I want to say thank you again. Okay, I am so grateful. This cheesecake is absolutely delicious, so creamy, nice and sweet. Again, if you want to reduce the amount of sugar, you can. Okay, by at least a half a cup. Okay, so you have enough space to play with it. But this is so orgasmic. It will last well in your refrigerator. Nice, in a nice cake, one of those cake carrier, protecting thingies. You know what I'm talking about? That tulum thing. But this is so good with the cherry. We were trying to get blueberry, but we couldn't find it. But I just want to say thank you. I'm dedicating this again to you all. Thank you for me reaching 300 subscribers. I'm eating this in your honor and for your support and for everybody that's coming on board. And my loves, don't forget to subscribe. And I want to say eat, love, and pray. Until next time. Bye.